Christ is in our midst. Welcome to Spiritual Calisthenics. Today, on March 15th, we commemorate St. Agapius the Martyr and his companions, as well as the Holy Apostle Aristobulos of the 70, Bishop of Great Britain. The holy martyrs contested for piety's sake during the reign of Diocletian, when Urban was governor of Caesarea of Palestine, when Urban had commanded that together with a heathen festival certain condemned Christians be publicly cast to wild beasts. Timolaus, a native of Pontus, Dionysius of Tripolius of Phoenicia, Romulus of Diospolis, Plesius, and Alexander from Egypt, and another Alexander from Gaza, tied their own hands and presented themselves to Urban when the exhibition was about to begin, professing their faith in Christ. They were immediately cast into prison. A few days later, Agapius and Dionysius presented themselves. All were beheaded together at Caesarea. Their martyrdom is recorded by Eusebius. Let us all entreat Christ, the Holy Lord's martyrs, for they make supplication for our soul salvation. With faith and with longing, therefore, let us draw nigh unto them, for they overflow with the divine grace of healings, and they drive away the ranks of demons in terror as guardians of the faith. St. Aristobulos, the brother of St. Barnabas, was ordained to be the bishop in Britain by the Apostle Paul, who mentions him in his epistle to the Romans. He suffered many afflictions at the hands of the pagans, but also brought many to Christ. Having established the church there, he finally reposed in peace. O holy Apostle Aristobulos, intercede to our merciful God, that he may grant our souls forgiveness of sins. We're going to skip over Isaiah chapter 10 once again. This is once again showing us that those that are wicked upon the earth will be destroyed when God's wrath comes upon the world. Continuing in Genesis, Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters came upon the earth, and Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him went into the ark to escape the waters of the flood, of clean animals and of animals that are not clean, and of birds and of everything that creeps on the ground. 2 and 2, male and female, went into the ark with Noah, as God had commanded Noah. Now again, this is very, very important because it shows us obedience, and this is again being repeated again. Why? Because repetition is the mother of learning. And so because this was oral, this was not something that was written down until Moses, this was something that was repeated often so that people would remember what had happened. Finally, closing out with Proverbs. If you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. A foolish woman is noisy. She is wanton and knows no shame. She sits on the door of her house. She takes a seat on the high places of the town, calling to those who pass by, who are going straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn and hear. And to him who is without sense she says, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of Sheol. I hope that you've enjoyed today's Spiritual Calisthenics. Have a blessed and wonderful day.